Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today we will continue on the inventory tutorial part. This is my video number 3. I will leave a link in the description for the other twos that I have made where we are creating the inventory. In this video we will work on the shop where you will be able to buy some items if you of course have the correct amount of gold, and you can of course sell it again. So let's get to it. So let's first create the UI. I will go to 2D, zoom out so we can see all the canvas. On my canvas I will create a new empty game object, and I will call this the NPC. Underneath that one we will create an image, so a UI image. This will be the shop background. If you hold down the Alt key you can scale it like this. In my case I will just make it 410, and I will name this one background. Underneath the background we will have an empty object, and this one will be slot 0 run. If you make it into the parentheses like this and make a space between here, if you duplicate it now, it will automatically make slot 2 and 3 and so on. So it's a good idea to write it like this. On this slot, we will need some different things. First we will need a background, so make another UI image. Let me make it a bit dark so we can see it here. Let's scale it up like this, move it a bit up, and this will be the background for the slot. Then we will need another image. This will be the item image. Put it up here, make it a bit smaller. I will go with something like this. We need a text for the item name, so item name. I will make it dark or black, move it up a bit, and I will change the size to 24, sorry, like this. And this will be the item name, and let's just do like this, globe. Then we will need a amount, so item amount. I just duplicated the name. Let's move it down below, and here we will say amount 3. I'll duplicate it again, and here we will have the item price. Move it down again, and here we'll say price. Let's just say 5. Then we need 2 buttons. Let's create a UI. Where did it go? There. Button. Move it up here. Make it a bit smaller. We can do something like 77 and 30. And this will be the buy button. Up here. Let's name it as buy button. You know what it is. Duplicate it. Move it down. And this will be the sell button. Let's name it. Oh, not here. Here. Sell. On the background, we will need to make a vertical layer group, because if we duplicate the slot now, then you have to move it manually like this. we can fix that if you just duplicate one, so you have two. And then on the background, we can add this vertical layout group. Let's take the first slot here. Let's see, can we do that? No, just take the background and move it in like this, and from the top something like this, and then you have the space here between the objects. So now when you add another one, you can simply just adjust it with this, like this. So let's keep it as 3 slots, or let's just make 2 for now. Yeah. Let's save this, and that is actually what we need to set up for the UI. So now let's create a new C# script and name this the NPC slot. And put it on the slot right away. You can just mark both of them, and then drag the NPC slot on it, and now open it up in Visual Studio. So now we will need some reference to all these images and the text that we just created. So let's make a public image, and here we need to implement the UI. So if you press this little globe here, you can implement it using Unity Engine.ui, or you can just write it up here. While we're up here, we need to implement the using TM Pro as well for TextMesh Pro. And this image will be the item image. Then we need a public TextMesh Pro for the item, item name. We need a text. Come on, TextMesh Pro. And here we need the item price, and we need one for the item amount, like this. And then we need some information on the slot information. What do we want to buy? So that will be a game object. It will be I will call it item to buy. And then we need an integer, and this will be the item amount. And then we need another text, and this will be for the buy price text. So to get these information, let's go down to the start function, and when we start, we will have to say item name dot text is equal to the item to buy dot get component, and here we need to get the spawn script dot item name. So what I do here is, let me put this to the side. Let's save it and hit back. Then you can see here what we will do. So on the slot here, we can reference all these, so we don't forget it. So let's take the item image. We have the item name. We have the item price. We have the item amount. And then we have the item to buy. So what do we want to buy on this slot? Let's go to the, where did we put them the last time? We have them right here. In this one, we will use the health button. So drag that. And what we just did right here is the the item name that we have will be the same as the item we want to buy, and then we check the spawn script and then the item name. So this item to buy, it will go to that prefab, it will get the component spawn, and then it will check the name as we made before. So it will always ensure that the name is correct for that item that you add here. Good. And we do the same for the image. So the item image, oh, I can't spell item image. Oh, I misspelled it up here. Let's rename item image. So here we need the item image dot sprite is equal to the item to buy. We can actually just if you just duplicate this one up here, and here we need to get the image instead, and then we need to get the sprite. Now we need the buy price. So the buy price text is equal to the same. We can now, it will be item to buy dot, and here we need to get components in the children. Let's see, yeah, get components in children, and here we need the spawn text as well. Dot item price plus space here, and then gold out here. Right, item to buy dot get component in children. We need to get the spawn. Oh, we are missing the parentheses here. And item price. Oh yeah, we didn't add the item price yet. Let's comment this out. Let's go and add that right away. So we of course need to add the price to this item. So let's find it here. Open up the spawn script. On the spawn script, we'll need to have a public integer, and here it will be the item price. So how much does this item cost? Let's save it and head back. So now we could go back to the other script, the NPC slot again, and let's comment this out again. And now it should be able to find the item price. So now it will go here and check the item price on that item, and then it will write gold after that. So it will not say price here, it will say, let me correct it so it looks like when we are building it. So what we did say in that text was, let me go to the price here. It will say, it will go to that item, it will find the price, let's say it's 5, and then it will write gold like that. So that was what we said here. It find the price and it will add gold to the text. Yes. And now go to the update, and here we will have the item amounts. Dot text is equal to amount colon space and then plus underscore item amount dot to string. This. Let's save this, and now let's do the buy. Come on, let's make a public void and call this buy. And then we of course need a public void for cell. Let's start up with the buy. Let me see. Yes. So here we need a for loop. And here we need to check all the inventory dot slots. Oh, we of course need a reference to that. So go to the top here. And here we'll need two references. So say private player and call it player. We need a private inventory, call it inventory. And then in the start function we will say player is equal to find object of type, and here we need to find the player script, and the inventory is equal to find object of type, and here we will find the inventory like this. And now we should be able here down in the for loop to find the inventory. So we need to check the inventory, then we need to check all the slots we have in the inventory dot length. Let's do this, and then we need the first if statement. We need to check inventory is full. Why did it do that? Inventory is full, is equal to true. Yes. And inventory dot slots. So we need to find the items in the inventory to see. Let me see. Yeah, we need to check if it's full. So if we have something in it, and we need to check if how many do we have. Right now my stack count is on 20. So when can we buy this? When can we press the buy button? So, and here we need to say if it is full, and if the transform dot get component, and here we need to get the slot script, and in the slot script we need to check the amount on that slot, and if it is lower than 20, and we didn't add the gold yet. Let's go to the player. Sorry for that, I forgot to add that. Let's comment this out and save. I forgot on the UI part to add the gold. Sorry for that, I forgot to delete it before we started. So on the canvas, if you create a new what did I put it here? On our inventory, I created a new empty game object here. On that empty game object, I took a layout element, and if you press the ignore layout, it will not, you can see here on the background, we have this grid layout, so all the slots is in the correct order. But if you add the layout element and ignore the layout, then you will be able to move it around and it will not be included in this array. So underneath that we have the text that we will be using for the gold. I have made it black, and I will have the alignment from the right, because when you write, if you get too much gold, it will simply just go that way. And I think that looks better. When we have that, open up the player script. On the player, let me remove this so don't get confused. We need an integer for the gold. and we need a TextMesh Pro for the gold amount. And in the update, the gold amount text, the text is equal to the gold plus the gold. So it will be written as we have here. Let's save this. Now head back to the NPC slot. And now we will be able to check if we have enough gold. So, wrong. So, and player dot gold is lower, higher or equal to the item to buy dot get component in children, and here we want to get the spawn script dot item price, and we need to check one more thing, and that is the item amount. And item amount is greater than 0. Yeah, that was a long one. So let's come back here and like this. So in here we will check if the item name dot text is equal to the inventory dot slots I dot transform. You can actually just let's do that. Dot get component in children, and here again we need the spawn script item name. Oh, we missed one here. So what we're checking here is that the item that we have in our shop, if that name is the same as the name as we have in our inventory, then the item amount on the one we have in the inventory is -1, and then the inventory dot slots I, we need to say get component, and here we need to get the slot script. What did it go? Like that. And here we need to take the amount. What happened here? Slot script. And here we need to plus equal 1. So we need to subtract 1 from the shop, and we need to plus 1 to the amount in the inventory slot. And then we of course need the player gold. So the player gold minus equal the item to buy dot get component in children, and here we need the spawn script, and on that spawn script we have the item price. And then we will break here. So if this works, but it will not continue. Down here we'll make an else if, because if we have it in the inventory, or if we don't have, then we need to merge this, because if we only do this, then it will just keep filling out all the slots. We need to merge it as well. So else if the inventory dot is full is equal to false, and we need the same here. So and the player dot gold is less or equal to, we can go up here and we can just copy this from the player gold here and all the way here, and then just take from the player here and paste that in. So it's the same that we need to check here. Then the item amount we will have minus equal 1. We have the player gold. We can copy that from up here as well, the player gold. Then we need the inventory. Yes, the can't spell. Inventory dot slots I dot get component, and you need the slot dot item name dot text is equal to the item name dot text. So it's if we don't have anything, we need the slot name. We need to get the correct name on the slot. So if we pick up a globe on the slot, it should say globe. Then we need to set the inventory is full. Does it keep writing that is full? We will set it to true. So now we will set there is something in the inventory. And then we need to instantiate, and we will instantiate the item to buy. Where will we instantiate it? In the inventory dot slots I dot transform, and we will set to false here. Yes, so this up here will merge it. So if you already have it in the inventory, and this here will put it in the inventory if we don't have it yet. So inventory dot slots I dot get component slots. Wait, I always forgot it's only slot and not slots. And the amount we will increase with 1. And then we will break here. So now we should be able to buy. Let's check it out. Let's save this. Hit back to Unity. Now let's take the NPC here. Let's delete slot 2. Take slot 1. The item amount, remember to set it to something. Let's just 3. The item to buy we have. The buy price text. Where's that? Did we not add that? Oh, the item image. I didn't add that. Then we need the just a second. Where did that go? The item price, did we not add that? Oh yeah, we have it here. Why didn't? Okay, you need the item price here. Yes, right, sorry for that. And then on the buy button, we need to unclick event. You will use the slot, and then you will have the buy. So let's see if it works. Hit play. And you can see my globe, due to Halloween, it will be a pumpkin. So now let's see if we can buy it. And we can. And it will subtract the gold that we need. And the amount is 2. Now we have 1. Now there's 0. And we can't buy anymore. So now let's see if we can sell some of them we have in the inventory. So open up the script again. Here we go. And in this it will be a little more simple because we can simply just copy paste some code. And we can copy paste this one up here. See. Or is it better if we copy here? Let me see. Let me see. Yes, let's copy. Go to the pickup script, and we can copy this. go to the slot, paste it in the cell, and then we need to adjust it a bit. And we need still to check all the slots, and if the inventory is full, we don't need to check that when we sell. We only need to check inventory slot transfer dot amount. Here we need to say it isn't equal to 0, and then we need remove this, and then we can say if the item name dot text is equal to the inventory slots I transform get item name, then remove the destroy. Let's remove all this. Then we need the item amount. Let's take it here, copy it down here, it +1. Then we need the amount. We should have that up here as well. Here we need to subtract 1. Then we have the player gold. We can take that from here as well. The player gold, we need to plus because we are selling. And here you need to figure out how much you will sell it for. In this case, I just took the buy price and divided by 2. But yeah, you can figure out if you want to divide it with more or have another sell price. And then we need to say if inventory dot slots I dot get component, and here we need to have the slot script again. Dot amount is equal to 0. So if we don't have anything left in the inventory, inventory dot slots I dot get components, and here we need the slot script again, and here we need the item name dot text is equal to string dot empty. So what this does is if you don't have anything left in your inventory, you will still have the name globe or whatever your item is. You will still have that, and this will remove the text from the inventory slot. And then we need to destroy it. So GameObject.destroy. What will we destroy? We will destroy the inventory dot slots I dot transform dot get component in children, and here we will have the spawn dot game object. So we will destroy this, and after that we will break. So let's save this and hit back to Unity again. And now if we take the sell button here, go down, add the slot again, take the cell. Now if we hit play, we can't press sell because we don't have anything in the inventory. So if we buy some of these, we can actually sell them again. So now let's try duplicate the slot. It is very simple to add more to this NPC store. It's simply just duplicating it. On the slot 2, you already have all the functions, so it's really good to just finish slot 1, then duplicate all the slots that you need. And now on slot 2, we can simply just press this item to buy, and now we want to buy the beef instead that I have here. Drag that to here. We have maybe 5 amount of these. On the beef button, remember to add the price for that, and I just have 5. And that's actually everything you have to do, because all the references are already set to this button. So now when we hit play, we will have the globe, we will have the beef, the amounts, and the gold, and you can already buy them. So simple as that to add another item to the shop. Yeah, that was what I had to show you in this tutorial. I really hope that this helped you out. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and remember, if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you, and see you next time.